One more round of the Commonwealth Clash to close out opening weekend for Palmer Park. It is Game 3, Cavaliers Hokies on the ACC network from the ground. That's going to demand a visit. Now, this was the one area that Virginia has been focused on with the pitching staff. How to limit handing out those free passes. Balancing that can be challenging when you're trying not to give in to some of these very powerful Virginia Tech hitters. 2-0 to the all-conference outfielder, Jamie Bailey. Fans here at Palmer Park trying to get in behind Allie Rail. Hit well. Bailey going to get it over the head of the left fielder, McBride. Coming around third and scoring his troll. Stationed there is Ludwig, the pinch runner. And it is 1-0 Virginia Tech with a run in on an RBI knock from who else but Bailey to put the Hokies out front. So Bailey, who homered twice on Friday, tripled earlier in the contest today. After scoring a run, even as a part of an 0-for-3 performance yesterday, has now tacked on another RBI for Bailey, her 17th of the season, trailing only Bennett in terms of team leaders. And it's group taking over in the circle for Virginia, the freshman out of Chesterfield, who pitched on Saturday with a solid start once again, went 4 1/3, but ran into trouble in the middle innings after that solid start. Gave up 3 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned, was charged with a couple of walks alongside her 3 strikeouts, hit a batter through 70 pitches, and was handed her 7th loss of the season in yesterday's game. Jumps right in, facing Slaw. Slaw going to ground it right side. Ritchie opting to go to first and get the sure out. Run comes home. It's 2-0 Virginia Tech on the RBI ground out. So Slaw does her job in getting that all-important second run home. And it moves Bailey around to third for Bennett. And with 2 down and 2 aboard, Lauder, who is 0 for 1 today, did draw a walk in the 3rd inning, is going to be the hitter. There will be a pinch runner for Virginia Tech over at first base. Well, the Bailey double to start the scoring. Just the second hit of the ball game. That includes both sides. And she owns them both, a triple and a double. And drove home the first run. Virginia Tech now adding another with an RBI ground out. And she represents what would be the 3rd run of the inning for the Hokies if Lauder can cash her in. And the junior out of South Boston, Virginia, chops it straight down on the plate. And that will put Grube ahead. Cannot quite close the line on Allie Rail yet. With Bailey down at third base. Towards second, that's going to go off the glove of Ritchie and into shallow center field. It means a run. As Bailey touches home plate, it is 3-0 Tech. Third Virginia pitcher into the ball game as Claire Zurich, the Cary, North Carolina native, the sophomore, will be handed the ball to begin the 7th inning, where she faces Velasquez, Brown, and Troll. And the first pitch is dumped into center field by Velasquez for a base hit. The Colorado native wastes no time getting aboard as Virginia Tech tries to build on a 3-0 advantage here in the final scheduled inning of action. Well, Zurich's numbers on the season, having pitched 3 2/3 innings and allowed 6 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned, while walking 4 and striking out 5, have earned her a ERA of 5.73 in those 3 prior appearances to today. 3-0 Virginia Tech, top of the 7th inning. Here's Kelsey Brown in the top of the Virginia Tech order with a runner aboard and nobody out. This is bunted beautifully by Brown to move the runner, and it will end up the throw, pulling Jennings off the bag. Everybody's safe. 2 aboard, nobody out, as the speed of Brown makes all the difference. We talked about the 16 of 18 in the steals department for Brown, what a speedster she can be. Went 2 for 4 on Friday, 1 for 4 with a run scored yesterday. And Brown now, in addition to all of that, a 1 for 4 performance in this game today. To see the new pitcher for Virginia, Mackenzie Wooten, a freshman out of Windsor, delivers her first pitch to Grace Chavez. Wooten, a record on the season of 2-0 in 27 innings. She has allowed 19 earned runs, struck out 18, but walked 11. Giving up 3 home runs and a couple of doubles in those 27 innings pitched. Chavez bounces this down towards short, trying to find the bag over at third ahead of the runner. It is not to be. Banks able to beat the play. And Hokies are on every base for Bailey, who has been the offensive catalyst this entire series, to bat with 1 out, and Hokies everywhere. So 5 hits up on the board for Virginia Tech now, and 3 runs. The only 3 runs in the game belonging to the Hokies as well. Playing in the 7th inning, here's Jamie Bailey. Swings at the first pitch into left. Backing up on it is McBride. There's the 2nd out. The throw will come into third. Tagging and scoring easily is Banks. It's a sacrifice fly, and the latest of Jamie Bailey's RBIs in this weekend series. Make it 4-0 Virginia Tech. So Bailey, having driven home a pair of runs on Friday night, and the 2 for 3 performance with the home run. Speaking of the home run, Slaw makes a bid for one of her own, has it. Slaw able to clear them, and Virginia Tech has blown it open here in the top half of the 7th inning. Meredith Slaw depositing one onto the berm beyond the right field wall. And it becomes a 4-run inning on a 3-run home run from the Warsaw native in the Commonwealth Clash. In the hands of Virginia Tech yesterday in terms of the series. Trending toward a sweep by the Hokies now in this 7-0 ball game. Here's the catch for out number 1. 4 times in her Virginia Tech career, Keely Rochard has held opponents hitless. Looking for a 3rd straight shutout to open conference play. What a message this would send to the rest of the ACC as Friedman lifts it in the air. Second baseman right there, 2 away. She threw back-to-back no-hitters on consecutive days, February 16th and 17th. Just the 3rd player in school history to do that. But to close out what would be a stretch of 21 innings scoreless, with potentially yet another of those historic performances here today. What an exclamation point it would be for Virginia Tech this opening weekend at Palmer Park on the road in their rival's yard. And what a continuation it would be of a solid start to the season for the National Pitcher of the Week, Keely Rochard. 7-0 Hokies. Little in doubt there, but with 2 down. Rochard looking for something further. Into center, back to get it is Troll, and there it is. Another no-hitter for Keely Rochard, the 5th of her career. In a span of a little more than a week, she tacks on a couple. Had a close call for the perfect game with an early walk on the final non-conference portion of the schedule for Virginia Tech. And here in the 3rd conference game of the year, she is an error short of a perfect game. An early error on a pop-up into the circle. The only base runner Virginia was allowed. And once more, Keely Rochard with a 5th no-hitter in her career. And it closes out a weekend series in which Virginia Tech, for the 2nd straight year, sweeps their rival in the Commonwealth Clash. And think about the weekend for Rochard. She ends up securing 11 strikeouts on the day. So her strikeout total for the weekend is 28 in 21 shutout innings. She threw 86 pitches yesterday, 75 pitches on Friday, and needs only one more pitch than she did yesterday, 87 total, to secure the win in this contest. With that economical approach to the weekend and a no-hitter to cap it, Keely Rochard has pitched the Virginia Tech Hokies to a 3-0 start in conference play.